Okay, I have decided that I'm going to start journaling a bit of the journey. And I mean video journals. Now, I've made journals before, and they haven't really gone anywhere. I've written down a lot of things. I do enjoy writing, and so that's been something that I've done a lot. That I've done a lot when journaling. But I think the reality is I did used to make a lot of videos. I do enjoy making videos. In fact, I have been spending a lot of the day just watching visual effects channels, Corridor Crew, and looking at them doing all of these shenanigans and making all these cool things with green screens and everything. I think there is a reality that I've let go of something I've enjoyed. And part of that reason is because of how large it became, the expectations I felt like was on myself in order to, like, the quality of the video, how to do it exactly, not really knowing what exactly to do if I were to move out of like making Minecraft content. I think for now I want to document the journey, so that I actually think it would be cool to document the journey, maybe even post it on YouTube, like vlogging, but more like dev vlogs, whatever it's called. Nothing too extreme, nothing too serious, just talking about my life and my experience to give another person just to see how things are going. I think there is an issue because when you are making content or when you're making videos that are going to be shared with other people, there tends to be certain um, ideas and thoughts and things that come across that you don't necessarily want to show. Like I might tailor the things that I want to show to the internet or to people watching because of what I might say or what people might think or all those kinds of things. I don't really want to do that. And so I don't really know the best way to go about it if I do want to show the world what I go through, what I get up to and everything. So maybe this, and I don't know if I can quite persuade myself that this wouldn't get out eventually and I wouldn't post this eventually. Maybe for now we start just being faithful with the little and just recording every day how things are going and whatnot. It's also interesting because I'm a bit of a yapper, and so these are definitely going to be long. I don't know how I'm going to store these or anything like that. So I could use the Dropbox account I have with MIT, but I'll think about that in a second. This day, I mean, what time is it? It's 11 past 4. It's 11 past 4, and honestly, this day I have not done anything productive. I'll be honest, I've been feeling a little bit. Um, I've said it before, like I consider myself a nihilist a little bit, though, like, and especially before I started, or that before I committed myself to being a follower of Christ. But some days I just kind of forget why I do what I do, like the goal overall, and so it's difficult, like acknowledging that a lot of things in society are kind of just societal constructs, apart from the fact that we are God's children. It's difficult to actually remember to do things and to want to do things or to see how things would actually do anything in the grand scheme. Because unfortunately, I could say that I want to love people because there's not enough love in this world, but then at times I don't want to love people, and at times I'm not loved by other people, and so it's very difficult to love when not loved. I could say that I want to get out and make the world a better place, but frankly, I'm not going to be the one to really, like, I don't think any person or even any movement can truly make the world a utopia. It's a dream, it's a hope, it's like approaching infinity, like a mathematical function. And I don't think we can quite get there. And so it does make you question why exactly we work towards it in the first place. I mean, it's good, it's beneficial, but I think there are some I think living life for that reason is a bit, it's like living life for that reason is like, I guess Sisyphus, low key, like just pushing up a rock, but you know you're never going to get there. You're just pushing it up because you're kind of, that's what you always do essentially. We always want to work towards a better world, but it's not quite gonna get there because we're not always the ones in control, and unfortunately we're not all um unfortunately we don't all necessarily want to love, and even in love we can make mistakes and hurt people. That's just how it is when you're in the community, right? But anyway, And so all these kinds of things, kind of just like forgetting why I do what I do. It is difficult. Like I have exams in 2 days, on Tuesday and Wednesday. Today is Sunday. Um, I didn't go to church this morning, interestingly enough. I technically should go now. I honestly might go now. I need to step outside. But I need to go take a shower. I need to get ready. And I meant to write, I meant to journal down something that, like, something that I realized just as sitting down in silence and everything. That, or something I was reminded of more, like, the fact that I find it very difficult to do things for a world that's never inherently loved me. And it's difficult to go out of your way to really do things. Sure, like, as in, like, your parents can love you, people can do things for you and everything. But the fact of the matter is that, like, without any further basis, it's really just everyone's doing what they feel like doing at their points in time, the moments. Like, it's really just falling. Like, there's no inherent reason to actually have a drive beyond just the pleasures and passions that you immediately have. And so none of when you have no passion for any greater purpose than just sleeping and waking up and not attending to any responsibilities, and the question is like, then what's your drive? What causes you to actually do anything? Anyway, I find it very difficult to live for a world that hasn't, or to love a world that hasn't loved me. I acknowledge that I'm going to go out and have to face things and have to deal with things. Sure, I grow and it strengthens me, but once again, like, what's the point in the end? I grow, I can say I've lived a satisfactory life, I can say I didn't regret things, but what was there to regret in the first place? If, like, life kind of inherently is just us all acting and playing parts, running a system, and we're just gears essentially, unless, once again, there's something more to it. Anyway, and so I was reflecting a lot on, and so I was just sitting there, really just sitting there, just waiting for something, because this isn't the first time thinking like this way, trying to, like, seek after joy, seek after something to hold on to. And I was just sitting there, and I was thinking about the ways that I was feeling, and I was thinking, okay, how I'm feeling, and I kind of just already talked about it. And then I decided to, think about what God would say, or what God is saying, what Christ says, what my Father says. And it's interesting because I realized that, I do things not because of other people, or not because of the outcome, or because of the growth or the discipline or anything I want or anything like that. But it's almost it's simply just a response, which is a very interesting place to be. I don't have to actually do anything, but I reflect that there is someone who showed a love much greater than I can possibly imagine. And we know this because while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And that might not make sense to a lot of people, what exactly that means, but I can't imagine someone willingly dying for me. And if it's one thing if it's just like a random person, they're saying, oh, for the future generation, or for this person, for that person. When you make it God, it means that God knows everything. He knows who you are. He knows exactly you. And so when you acknowledge that the person who created everything, and everything that we see and everything around us, and this person who's in charge of everything, and like, leads everything, guides everything, knows everything, cares about everything. When you realize that that person who's the leader and the person who knows how life should be lived because he created it, decided to be a servant and die for us on the cross as he was here as a human. And he decided to do that with every single person in mind, every single sin in mind, every single day that you're able to rise and do a great thing, and every single day you're able to rise and you're not able to rise and you can't do anything. That person, the creator of everything, decided to die for you. And without you knowing anything about that person, without you even loving the person, because there is a likelihood that you will never actually come to accept that person's love or come to accept this choice that this person decided to make. But at the same time, this God, Christ, decided to die for us while we were still sinners. And I think just the reality of that, and I've thought about this before, I've told myself this before, I've reminded myself, but every time it comes to the front of my mind, beyond the overwhelming weight of hopelessness, of nihilism, of seeing nothing really having any value, when this comes to the front of my mind, then I realize that it's difficult to say otherwise to this. It's difficult to not respond. It's frankly almost, at least for me, like I can still not respond. And I mean, as here, like I had this realization like what 4 hours ago, and I was about to write it down, and then I started watching YouTube videos, and so it's possible not to respond and not to do much about it. But I think there is something about that is absurd, and frankly does encourage me to get back on track, even when, especially, it does remind me that there is direction, there is reason, there is a reason to want to grow, there's a reason to want to be more disciplined, there's a reason to want to get through everything. And yes, I'm impacting amazing people, but there's also a reason to impact people even when you are not impacted. To be there, to love, to give, to share, to whatever you need to do when you're not being loved, when you're not being given to, when you're not being whatever it is. There is a reason to give more than you receive, because there is someone, the creator of everything, decided to give when he didn't receive. And that is bewildering to me. I've had and so yeah, the last few days have been something. It's been very difficult to keep to my word. I would say yes because I want to help out, but I won't be able to follow through with it. Some days because I actually have too many things going on. Other days because I just can't muster up the energy, the strength, the power, whatever it is. And it's one thing for it to, yes, burnout probably plays into it. I mean, MIT, like all these things going on. But I think it's also another thing just to acknowledge that. I think it's just another thing to acknowledge that, I need to hold on to faith. Because I think I inherently just slip into the reality that life is not inherently anything more than just, a lot of life that we live is just the social construct and the feelings, like the emotions, the social construct. That's most of the life that we live. And unless we put a logos, a word behind that, then it's kind of difficult to remember why exactly to do what we do. Even if it, like, I could do all these things I have to do. It's not like I'm inherently unable. And yes, there is fear that plays into certain things, like being afraid of how, like, what people would think, or if this will work, or that's whatever it is, or thinking it wouldn't work since we're not doing it. That's another thing. But there is a reality. But I could do all these things. But what would be the point of doing all these things robotically, not knowing why? I could do all these things because people say they are good, because I can see the impact it would have on people, because of this, because of that. But it's not guaranteed that these things would have impact. And I could strive for it, but I could also just stay in my room. I'm one person. And of course, one person can have great change. I mean, Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King, people can have great change. But on the days where I just don't have the energy, what is it that will give me that energy? What is it that will remind me? And I don't think it is any person necessarily, because people do fail. And even at times we look to God and we ask God why, for instance, why is there pain and suffering? And we feel like, oh, maybe God failed in that regards. But I think it is important to, I think sacrifice is a beautiful thing. When you think about the way that people sacrifice for you, that's when you remember, oh snap, Like someone got me to this place, and beyond just a societal construct of, oh, I wanted to get people to this, like somewhat, if the creator of the universe sacrificed and got you to this place, then I think that means something. Anyway, I think this is going to be my first my first entry. Hey, I'll be able to speak Norwegian, just random Norwegian words, and sure, only I'll be able to understand, but if I ever show this people, maybe I'll put subtitles. Yeah, I think that is frankly a reality. So I think I will try and vlog, journal, whatever you want to call it. But I don't really want to make it a like, so I'm doing this right now, I'm doing that right now. I want it to be very, very low key because I don't want to overburden myself. I don't want to make this performative. I don't want to do anything beyond just, I'm recording myself talking to the camera. I could even edit it and remove the video so you don't see them in my pajamas, whatever it is. I want people to actually hear a story beyond the stories that we typically hear when we're out and about trying to build up our lives or trying to live the lives that we do. Like, I want people to actually interact with other people. So maybe this will be a start. And maybe this way also more people could actually ask these larger questions, could actually want to persevere, to strive towards what's placed on their heart, could actually want to sit down and acknowledge the love of the Father. I don't know. But hey, we'll see what comes out of this. In terms of, I guess, okay, it's 16 minutes now. I really should like end it off soon. But in terms, there is I think over the summer especially, it's May something, 17th, I think. Oh, it's May 17th? Yo, it's Independence Day, bro, in Norway. It's May 17th. 17th of May, 17. Mide, as they call it. Anyway, about to go into summer. Got an internship at Clavio. I actually still don't know how to pronounce it, but so that's going to be exciting. Have to finalize housing. I think over the summer, I do want to, might be working with, likely, very, very likely, we'll be working with Mercy on Papyrus. But there is a chance that it might not continue because we have to give back our MacBooks. I mean, we'll see. Either way, I think it'll be very exciting just to work on random things, developing random things, making random videos. Maybe I'm thinking I might even compile the video, so I'll have like the videos ever so often, like whenever I make it, and I'll compile the videos at some point and just put them all out, and then compile the videos into a bigger video that'll be for like the same audience, but just like a recap of everything that happened and then add it onto maybe some commentary that I have over all the things, like something to learn about or something interesting. Even make it into a bit of a documentary, or like compile videos of like, yeah, actually that could be cool, making it into a documentary. We'll see. There's a lot of creativity that can go behind that. Might be opportunity just to make something chill over the summer. I don't know if I'll continue mixed tunes. I don't know, because this is a very different format, so I don't know if I can put that into the mixed tune style. I don't know how I'll do mixed tunes, because I used to make Minecraft videos. I don't think transitioning would be a good idea. I also really don't think a face reveal like this is, I'm not ready to show that whole community my face. Like, we'll start from the ground up, and then if people figure out I'm the same person, they can be like, oh snap. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do for mixed tunes. That might be something I discuss another day. Yeah. Yes, so the devlogs, or like developing, letting everyone know how that's going. I might have to split it up, to be fair, because there might be different things happening. But I think having a more personal thing and just chipping in devlogs into there here and there could be interesting. Just talking about life, but also like talking about what I did during the day and everything. Talk about what I learned at work. This might also help me be accountable. Like, okay, I had this video talking about this. Now, tomorrow I'm going to do this. The day after I'm going to do this. It might give me a sense of progress in a sense, rather than waking up day by day and then feeling like everything's repeating. But yeah, okay, 19 minutes and 33 seconds. I do need to stop the clock. I'm going to get up and go and take a shower. Bike to church, maybe. It's pretty hot, I might just walk. We'll see. I might be late, but let me at least hear the sermon. And then I'm going to see what else I can do. Day 1, May 17th, 7 of May, Independence Day. Alright. I'll see you whenever.